Hey guys, it's me. I've wanted to do this video for a while, but I didn't really know what to say. As we know, Bam Bam from the channel Bam Bam's World has passed away. Now, I'm not out to hurt the family or hurt anybody, but I'm going to be honest and not mince my words. So I've been sitting quietly, watching, reading the comments and thinking, do I say something or not? Now, I haven't said anything up to now because I really didn't know what to say, because I actually felt nothing. No, seriously, I really didn't feel anything, and that was kind of worrying, because most of the time when someone dies, it's normal to experience some kind of emotion. But I think after the verbal abuse, the threats that Bam's put me and many other through, it's kind of killed that side of my thoughts towards Bam. The only thoughts I tended to have were like contradictory thoughts, and I really didn't know what was coming or going. So I left it until I knew exactly what I wanted to say. I also read some comments saying she was wonderful and she had one of the most beautiful hearts and she was a joy to listen to. See, the saying that you should never speak ill of the dead came to my mind, which when I kind of looked into and wanted to sort of watch videos and what other people thought about that saying, I actually found out that it was first said in 600 BC. And then I worked that out and calculated it on my Google. That's over 2,000 years ago. I thought, wow, that is a bit outdated now, considering what the world we have today. See, back then they had no devices where millions of people can hear or read something within a split second of it being put out there all over the world. They didn't have the internet. They didn't have social media, no forums, no platforms to incite, to hurt and to abuse, and form groups of haters to defame and troll the innocent. And I doubt narcissists had even been invented back then. Isn't it time we scrapped that saying? Don't you think it's kind of outdated? And we should have the freedom to speak the truth of the dead. When Bam Bam was alive, she was volatile, hateful. Bam Bam terrorised this community, and now she's passed. Does that mean we can never speak about her abuse ever again because of the saying, don't speak ill of the dead? Abusing people on a public forum, defaming, hurting and pushing people into taking their lives, yeah? Is that good? That person made that decision to hurt people the time they spoke it. It's their responsibility. To me, they lose respect, dead or alive. The pain that they have in their wake can't be brushed under the carpet and suddenly, they were such a lovely person. No, sorry. No. See, that saying may work in a close family environment where it stays, but that saying doesn't work in the public. Worldwide abuse, lies and hate for others, inciting attacks, causing traumas and terrorising the vulnerable. No. Anyone spending years abusing people on the internet, it leaves a very traumatic, hateful and malicious legacy, is that the word, in their wake. This can't be ignored. Those who have been abused, not only by Bam, for instance, but anyone who has since passed, victims need to talk about the abuse. They need a place to share their experience. No one has the right to condemn those that were victimised. We all must be able to speak honestly of the dead, even if being honest means speaking ill or the truth, however you see it. Survivors need to share the truth and heal. We can't expect the abused, the victims, to stay quiet. They need to acknowledge what's been happening and not be silenced by those who believe don't speak ill of the dead saying. If the abuser didn't respect people when they were alive, why should we respect them in their death? I think we should just respect the living. The living hurt by the abused. That's where my respect goes anyway. See, no one is entirely good or bad, we know that. But Bam did a very bloody good, deliberate job of making people's lives as awful as she possibly could. The abuse, the harassment on individuals, the lies, degrading people. See, I'm strong and I gave back. I know that. Maybe I deserved some of it, I don't know. But all people don't have the strength that I do, or that some people do. That like victims who are already at their limits, like the Ruseks, for instance, who Bam tried to destroy with lies aired to the world about them, and their murdered family, Shanann Bella Cece. It was disgusting and, to me, unforgivable. Bam also admitted that she was proud of being a psychopath. Psychopath's traits are like no empathy or remorse and dishonesty and narcissism, exploitative, false. They have false charm, and this is to manipulate. Obviously, many other things I'm not going to go into. But Bam was also happy proclaiming she's pushed people to suicide. It's things like this that I find very hard to believe, that a psychopath is a true, honest, loving friend to anyone. Psychopaths will make friends, of course, yeah. You know, they still will be liked and loved by anybody, even if they are incapable of loving back. But the manipulation they do to get that love, no. They make you give them the love and supply back that they need. It's a one-way road, guys. They need the admiration. If they were bad all the time, they would be hated by everyone. And they couldn't survive that. They need the ego and the supply. They need the love and adoration, so they fake it. Friendship with a psychopath, it's tailor-made for each person that they meet. They set up victims. They groom and manipulate with a goal of just to take advantage of them. It's all about them. They're charming, but most friendships are a prop for their own gain. For goodness sake, guys, you've got to understand. They will give the impression that their friendship is real, but you fail them in any way, and you are the next target to be obliterated. I've been there, got the t-shirt. The dynamic with a psychopath relationship is different with each person, guys. You've got to understand that. That's why the comments are so conflicting. Or either that was a case of birds of a feather stick together. I want to celebrate people. I want to celebrate the good in people. The life of those who deserve, who respect, you know? Not protect the ones that when they're alive, they're abusers. And so what? We should never speak ill of the dead. Why? Because the dead can no longer hurt us. No, not true. Seriously, the trauma of verbal abuse leaves long-term symptoms, depression, anxiety, humiliation, and the worst cases of abuse, PTSD, and much more. The pain that these abusers, online, offline, it doesn't stop existing just because they're gone. The dead can't defend themselves, obviously, sorry, but people abused while Bam was alive, they tried to defend themselves, and they were denied that. They just got attacked by Bam and many other people. Now Bam's gone. Let the victims defend themselves. Let them now speak out without criticism or being trolled or threats of being battered and dragged down the street naked. For someone to abuse and vilify and defame and demean people on such a great big bloody scale in front of thousands, like Bam did. Sorry, but they don't deserve the "don't speak ill of the dead" saying to be used on them. It's easy to forget the bad actions and only remember the good ones. But that does not help victims. Nope. Remember, bad people can pretend to be good, but good people do not pretend to be bad. Do we just ignore the pain they caused and just praise them for what they did that was good? No, I'm sorry, but that's not... No. What I saw of Bam, I never saw any good. So, do I just stay stum and say nothing? No. If I think there's a lesson, if I think there's something we can learn, I'll speak out. So please don't ever shame anyone who needs to share their experience and speak the truth about the abuser, dead or alive. What, child molesters and serial killers, murderers? Is it okay to speak about them? Who decides who we can share the truth about after death? No one. Does it depend on personal morals? Probably. What, whether we speak up? My morals say, speak the truth, speak up, stand up for the victims living. That's why I felt that this video was needed. Why do we take so much issue with criticism of the dead, but we have no problem at all with criticising the living? I'm sorry, but death is not a get out of accountability clause. It's hard trying to find a way to remain true to your experience while being sensitive to others. Yeah. Opening up about how that person hurt you, obviously it's not going to be well received by loads. We all have our own opinions. So, please share yours in the comments. And any trolls or ignorant, rude comments, I'll be removing them. And also harassing people and saying, oh, she did this when she was alive and she was good at this and she did that for you. And no, it doesn't work with me. It doesn't work at all. Ted Bundy, what? He was a Samaritan, for goodness sake, once. And Jimmy Savile, what? He did charity work and made thousands for hospitals whilst abusing the patients at the same time. Yeah, so don't give me that. The good does not negate the bad abusers have done. So this is a safe place to share. And my support is with the abused, not the abuser. It's sad that Bam held so much hate and venom for others, but I do hope she's now at peace. So following, I have added clips of Bam Bam's language, threats, harassment, defamation, and volatile language. But if you don't want to watch it, don't. Turn it off. But I'm not pushing it under the carpet. Those of you that think Bam was a good person, watch the next section and you make your mind up. And if you still think she's a good person after watching this, take a look at yourself. Thanks for watching.
You've got no idea how venomous and evil I can get.
I'm a psychopath. Put my back against the wall and I'll probably kill you.
I'm telling you, I'll rip your kid to fucking pieces. Well, is your daughter starting to show signs of being a little whore like you? What's she doing, sticking her fingers up her arse and smelling them? Coming to defend your kid, Amber, because I'm coming for her. Does your dad like your kid? Does he mind her at night? Does he take her into bed with him? Does she enjoy it? Does she want to run in there? Does she go in herself?
I want them to die. I want them to die. If someone came and told me that they'd all committed suicide, I'd be live having a party.
I'm going to finish it, and I'm going to finish it properly. You've got no idea what's coming to it. You get to sit there like a blob, like a big fat slob, a woman that men use as a toilet. You started it, we're going to finish it, and I'm going to finish it properly. You've got no idea what's coming to you. But when it does come to you, there's going to be a bow on it that's going to say from Bam and her family. You fuck off whenever you're told that you're not wanted. Well, like I said, you're going to learn now. You're going to learn the hard way. And you can put up as many dumb fucking messages as you like about people's mental health. I'll tell you what, see if your mental health's that bad, stay the fuck off the internet. Because there's a lot more coming for you. There absolutely is. You wait and fucking see. You think that I'm just saying all of this? Absolutely not. This is what we're dealing with. So it's like, right, you wanted it, now you're getting it. So don't sit and cry about your mental health, because I don't give a fuck whether you're mentally ill, terminally ill, or back from the dead.
I can destroy every breath that you take on this planet. I'll do it. Cancer people, that's what we're going to call you from now on. Hashtag cancer people. Go ahead, you dumbass cunt. You wake up bollock naked lying on the street with the fuck kicked out of you and your clothes lying in a pile beside you. I've done that twice.
Or you're going to be meeting me in real life, and that's not a threat, it's a fucking promise. So he needs to give people their money back and fuck off with his grief and his fucking suffering. Because you know what? Nobody cares. Sitting there playing the world's fucking smallest violin about the saddest story in the world. Oh, suffering, suffering, family. I'm being tortured. You know, poor Willie Zanks. Oh my god. It's the saddest story in the world. Everybody get the violins out. Dum, 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 dum. Trust me, I pushed one fucker to hang himself at one time, and I've got absolutely no qualms about doing it a second time.
Take that fucking piggy face of yours and shove it right up your arse for you. I'd rather shit on the floor and slide up and join. I don't understand that, you ignorant fucking gobshite. If I decide to look into your mum, I'll drag her all over fucking YouTube. See what happened to Amber? Get ready for it, because the same thing's going to happen to you.
I don't care about your sob stories, and I don't care about your sad stories either. I don't give a fuck if every single person in your family's dead, and I don't care if every single person in your family's going to be dead before the end of the year. I don't care.
You're sitting there like a fucking obese, something that's crawled out of the abortion bucket.
I don't care about your kids. Don't care if they're dying.
Don't care if they're dead. Don't care if they're going to die tomorrow. Don't care if they're healthy. Don't care if they're being fucking held kidnapped by Ted Bundy. We don't care.
Stand back again. I'll go for your family, I'll go for your kids, and I'll hack you right into your bloodline 6 centuries from now.
Supposed to lie, good for nothing fucking loser. And that's not defamatory. That's absolute fact.
You don't have an identity of your own. The only thing that you've got is the fact that you were related to this woman and her children that got murdered, and that's it. You've exploited it more than anyone else. I don't give a fuck what happens in Colorado. Well, they'll not be fucking laughing when people in their family die or their kids die. Because, you know, whenever you wish it on somebody, it comes back on you. That's the way the universe works.